Two grown men have never seen The Simpsons. It's America's barley basket.
That's the only way we can both record a podcast and have that goddamn air conditioner on.
Can you imagine what this room would smell like in 2 hours if we didn't have air conditioning?
Oh, boy.
It would
2
be
hours?
Rough stuff.
There'd be a fog in here.
It would affect the frame of this building. The substructure's got too damp.
There's mushrooms growing.
Two beefy boys recorded a podcast. We have to destroy this hotel and build a new one.
I guess we got to tear it down. Controlled burn.
Phew, but we got AC. Our bodies are getting used to the temperature. It's cooling down. We're getting into our zone. I think it's going to be a nice podcast.
Are you in the pod zone right now?
I think I am.
Yeah?
I'm technically in a coffin right now with a looks of it.
You are fully laid out. You are 100% supine right now.
Very supine. I've always proud of how supine I can get.
Like a lot of times when we record these, especially in a motel room, you're somewhat propped up like you're ready for your pills.
Yeah. Someone's going to come feed me applesauce. Mm-hmm. A disinterested CNA is going to feed me pudding.
But not right now. You could set that mic down and go to bed.
Yeah. Boy, if I slept flat on my back without a CPAP, I would be dead for 40% of that sleep. Fucking medically out. Then just bark real loud cough, yeah. And then just loud thumping heartbeats. Blomp. Blomp.
One lonesome fart.
If I slept flat on my back without a CPAP, it sounded like someone was dropping pumpkins out of a pontoon. Plop. Plop, plop.
What is the plopping? You're breathing?
Yeah, my heart.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Just plopping around, and God knows how much fluid is surrounding that thing.
Just flopping around like a fish.
Yeah. Help. Help, help.
I need help.
Make him lay on his side.
Somebody please push him over. Oh, my God.
I used to be able to fucking sleep flat on my back. Now, I'm also not comfortable that way anymore.
I've never been able to fall asleep on my back. It feels weird. It feels like I'm in a coffin.
I used to sleep like the Undertaker fucking before he leans upward, like before he sits up. Not anymore. Yeah.
Now you can't sleep on your back or do a sit-up.
Yeah, right? It's funny, for being a little fatty pants pretty much my entire life, I used to kick ass at sit-ups.
I could do sit-ups.
Yeah,
there was a time.
Like during the Presidential Fitness Challenge,
I'd
fucking knock them sit-ups out, baby.
I mean, listen, I was never amazing at them, but I can definitely always, my whole life, and I assume today, I could do more sit-ups than push-ups.
Yeah,
sure.
Oh my God, yeah.
Everything hurts in a push-up. Like, I got these dainty little bird wrists, like a fancy lady.
Yeah.
And then my elbows and shoulders, all the, like, push-ups involve more joints than sit-ups do.
Push-ups are better for you. Like, push-ups are a workout.
Yeah. Like I lift weights, and like my joints are always the first thing to give out.
Yep.
Like my joints and ligaments will fail me long before a muscle will.
Yeah. Oh, no kidding.
Like I can like go to the gym and lift heavy until like I can't take it anymore, and it's because of probably an elbow or wrist or shoulder ligament.
Now that you say that, there's certain lifts I do. Mm-hmm. It's joint pain before muscle failure.
Yeah.
Which is not good.
No.
In the perfect world,
not ideal.
Your muscles are the one that tell you to quit.
Yeah.
Like,
I think for me, it's ligaments more than it is joints.
Yeah. Anything shoulders. If I'm those overhead presses, fuck.
Yeah. Shoulders are tough for me.
I am.
Because I fucking have sat hunched forward on a keyboard or a phone or over a game controller my whole life. You're supposed to stand like this with your shoulders back.
Or as a fat boy, you're used to crouching.
Yeah, you don't.
You're not
walk
presenting
with that
your.
confidence.
You ain't got that peacock
you ain't
strut.
walking out with your fucking titties out. You're kind of hunched up.
Yeah. If I wear a big enough T-shirt, hunch over, no one will notice me.
No one will know. They'll be like, he's in great shape.
Yeah. Look at his back. It's shaped like a hill. Oh, yeah.
It's a bad habit.
Bodies are failing us.
Oh boy, are they ever?
You've pointed out I have sweat through this shirt. I can feel it right now.
Which means you're sweating into the bed.
I am ruining this comforter. So put this in the burn pile.
What happened to your body over at that Starbucks we were just at?
Oh boy. We should mature past this, but we have to talk about what's happening in our lives. And what's happening in my life is I took a nightmare dump.
Why is it always dumps?
Yeah, shit haps, man.
Yeah.
they happen to us all, young, old.
You got troubles, is what you got.
I'm certain none of that shit fell in the toilet.
Oh my God.
Build it up. it just like circles of shit just kept forming like a rose. Like a Play-Doh toy where you're pressing it through and it just forms into a flower head.
Don't like that. Play-Doh spaghetti.
Oh my God. I wiped so many times. First 10, I didn't even feel cleaner. We're just moving furniture around.
Moving stuff around.
Yeah, like, oh my God. Like, I need help. Like, someone should, if we want to get this real clean, I need a CNA to come in here.
Oh, no.
And take care of business.
We got to get a mom involved.
Yeah, we need a pressure washer. Take me to a Toad's Ride and Shine. I need the executive right this way, sir. It's just a shower stall.
Oh, God.
How often does this happen? There are legit times.
Oh, no.
If there was, these car washes that pop up everywhere, if they had a shower that was just high pressure nozzles facing every direction, you walked in and that thing kicked the shit out of you for 90 seconds and there's towels to use, I'm dropping a $10 bill to use that service.
Or if they had think of a bare bones go-kart frame that you could sit in and go through it and they just hit you with the underbody.
What a thing to be behind!
They turn the flailing curtains and stuff off, and just listen, we'll just hit you with the bottoms. Yeah. You got your feet up like you do in a go-kart.
Yeah, they have Mario Kart frames you're using. It's like, hey, buddy, you can't fit into the baby cart. You got Bowser written all over you. You gotta ride that fucking hailed out old Cadillac convertible that Wario's in. Jesus Christ. And you're just mixed in with the cars, too.
Yep.
So
no special treatment at all.
It's a family of 6 in front of you. Kids are looking at the back glass.
This is humiliating.
Yeah. They give you a snorkel? How's that supposed to help? Just fill it full of soap.
Getting your underbrush blowed out. Boy, you go through them dryers at the end. You best hold on. Nutsack flapping in the breeze.
Ow, 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 ow,
ow. I don't like it.
And then when it gets to the end of the track, it just leans forward, dumps you out. Just pile out naked. Some teenager throws a towel at you. You just scamper off into a drainage ditch.
Holy shit.
Get out of the prying eyes of the public. Where the fuck are my clothes? You got to scamper out of the ditch with a fucking little plastic card with your number on it. You're using a public pool.
Please give me my clothes back.
Yeah.
It's like a coat check.
Yeah. Like, geez, that shows how fucking unclassy I am. My first thought, public pool.
You went with public pool. Yeah. I went with coat check.
Yeah.
Boy, if that doesn't have us dialed in, that's pretty close.
Yeah. I have used a coat check very few times. Plenty of times in my youth, it was hand this disinterested teenager a plastic card. Hopefully you get your own clothes back.
I think these are mine.
Yeah. That's awesome. There's a certain age you wouldn't have cared if they fit.
Yep.
The same as whatever.
I guess, huh?
Shoes are kind of tight.
I don't think these are my Hulk Hogan underoos.
I don't think I ever had fun underwear as a kid.
Oh, really? I 100% had Hulk Hogan underoos.
No shit, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I
was
did.
like 14.
Yeah. Your mom's got to let them out because you can't get rid of them? Honey, it says 7 to 9 ages. Jesus, there's a strip of flannel in the back.
You can't let them out.
Letting out a pair of tidy whities would be insane.
They're 85% new material and 15% Hulk Hogan underoos.
Like a body quilt at that point.
This fly hole is too small now.
Man, it's hard. I can't remember the last time I had a pair of fucking briefs on.
No.
It's been a minute.
I, in my, like, I'm going to say mid-20s, bought, like, a fucking $30 pair of, like, Under Armour briefs once. Like, let me try the fancy ones. I have too much money. Yeah. And not a fan.
Oh, really?
No. But I like legs. I wear extra long boxer briefs from Duluth Trading Company.
Interesting.
Like the listeners can't see, but my underwear ends right here at my fucking knee.
Like bloomers.
Yeah, exactly. It's like knickerbockers.
It's like what a woman had to wear at the fucking beach in 1920.
Right. Unless she'd be arrested.
Yeah. Do the sides flare out like pantaloons?
Yeah, they're poofy like Aladdin pants. No, they're fucking skin tight and go to your knee.
Oh, see, I like a shorter leg on my underpants.
Not me. I want all my shit separated.
Yeah.
That was always my trouble with boxers. Great, now it can all rub together. I don't like that.
See, the boxer briefs I have ain't tight enough to compartmentalize anything anyhow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I want my garbage held up in a fist.
Oh, man, yeah, I can let it fucking... I say that till things get all bound up and I'm hollering. Like, ow, 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 ow.
Yep.
But you got fucking thunder thighs like I do. They're making the rules anyhow. They're kicking the door open and moving shit around. You go here now.
Thighs are moving your nutsack for you.
Yeah. The one thing with briefs, why the fuck was white chosen as the fucking default color?
Seems like a bad color.
Why are you making children wear underwear where any bathroom mishap is going to be very apparent? God, fucking skid marks in your underwear are so fucking sick.
Yep.
At least if those underwear were black, you'd be out of sight, out of mind a little bit, you know?
Well, yeah, they'd be less noticeable at least.
Man, right now there's a 7-year-old putting on hailed out, shit-riddled underpants. Your mom ain't buying you a new pair of underwear every time you get a fucking skid mark. When you're that age, you're doing a lot more activities that lead to skid marks. You're jumping on a lot of bikes. Shit's getting pushed up real aggressively.
Yep. You're getting crammed up.
When's the last time you fell on a tree branch? I'm probably not any cleaner than I was then. I just don't have as much crotch trauma. I haven't got a wedgie in ages.
I think Crotch Trauma is a pretty good album title. Holy moly.
Yeah. I haven't fallen off something and landed on a rail asshole first in a while.
Which, good.
Yep.
We like that.
Yeah. That happened to me. Yes, no nuts, because then it wouldn't hurt, you know? Like, you fucking give yourself a nut shot, then you're fucking in agony for a while. Haven't had a bad nut shot in a while. Like, either from an asshole friend or a fucking mishap of any kind. Like,
man, it was self-inflicted, but when we left that cafe earlier today, I definitely like smashed one nut on the corner of the chair getting up.
Really?
Like, got up wrong and fucking popped one on the fucking chair corner.
Fuck.
Gee. Held it together, didn't cry or nothing.
Just let out a loud wail, spinning in a circle. No, ow.
The hash browns were good, thank you.
Just lay on your side. He'll be good in about 15 minutes, you said?
Just sweating and screaming.
Just throw a blanket over him.
He'll be fine.
Thank you. They just throw a fucking piece of French toast underneath the blanket every 5 minutes or so. Yeah, that stops the wailing.
Momentarily.
He's clearly happy. I can hear him giggling.
More syrup, please.
And as soon as it's gone, back to the wailing.
Get him another French toast. Yeah. God damn it.
They can hear you clapping under the blanket.
Yay. More French toast is coming.
Oh, treats, please. When they see that blanket, it's a grown man. Like, what the fuck?
What is
I thought there were 4 children under that blanket. That is one dude. They're like building a fort or something. Nope.
Nope, just one large adult man.
You ever made a living room fort when you're just bored around the house?
No.
That's a sign, because I am very childlike. That doesn't even cross my mind anymore.
Could. You sure could if you wanted. You own that house.
I do remember thinking when I was like first living in Fargo, like 2021, because we had a bunch of roommates. We had like 3, a couch, a love seat, and 2 chairs. Mm-hmm. It's like
a lot of cushions.
A lot of cushions. That's a lot of building for architecture for this.
A lot of framework.
This blanket fort would be pretty dope.
I don't even think that's something I did as a kid.
Oh, really? Oh, man. That was like it's raining outside. I'm fucking nothing on TV. Let's fucking build a fort. I think Mom would be like, I didn't like how much of a mess it was going to lead to, but also kept you guys quiet.
Also, it's an easy mess to clean up. It's not like cushions are fucking cracker crumbs.
I do remember asking if we could put screws with a hook on the end in the wall so we could really get like get some fucking old English countryside architecture going.
How was that received?
It was not received warmly. We're not going to put hooks in the walls.
So that you can make roofs for your forts.
Like, those hooks never left my mind, and a few years later, that's what I used to rig up that pulley light switch system, was those kind of hooks.
Oh, yes. I had forgotten about your fucking Freddy Got Fingered Rube Goldberg machine. So you didn't have to get out of bed to shut a light off.
I thought that was the coolest thing.
You know, I would love to criticize you. I'm pretty sure I criticized you at the time for that very thing. The lights in my new condo all have remotes.
Interesting.
Like the 2 bedrooms do anyway. And the living room, now that I think about it. So you can turn the lights and ceiling fans on or off from your bed.
Interesting.
Oh, man, that's fucking living, Nathan.
Do you use it much?
Every fucking day.
No shit.
Like, walk into your bedroom, get ready for bed, you got the fan going, light on, crawl into bed, reach over, fucking hit the remote, turn the light off.
Is there still a switch?
Yep.
Okay. And that just seems like a habit. I'd just be used to hitting the fucking lights and going to bed.
No, man, you lay in bed and turn the lights off.
I'm going to hit the light, turn the bedside lamp on.
Oh, see, I've never really been a bedside lamp guy.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a must for me.
Because I don't spend time in my bedroom.
Yeah.
I'm not a bedroom. I'm a living room person.
Oh, I'm trying to think. I don't read a whole lot in bed, but I just like having it.
The bed is for sleeping and fucking and getting ready for the day.
Hey, well, you're not married, so that second thing's not going to happen.
Oh, right, yes. Yeah. I mean, someday when
when you meet that
Lord
special
willing,
lady. Yep.
Lord willing.
Yep. Because we can't be having that.
Once I get God's thumbs up.
That's what the avenue this podcast should make, being the anti-premarital sex.
Sure, all right.
We can be featured in Christian teen magazines. Yeah. This is who they want to listen to.
Scowling at couples, holding hands on the sidewalk.
I don't see a ring, ma'am.
I don't see no rings.
Why is he going to buy the cow when the milk is free?
Pushing them apart, save room for Jesus.
We blow up. We're speaking at like those lame Christian teen rallies and shit.
God.
Right? Fucking, we're opening up for Michael W. Smith. Hey guys, DC Talk will be on stage in a minute, but let's rap for a second. Anyone pressuring you to go all the way? You come out with a hat on backwards.
Sitting backwards in a chair.
Yeah.
Hey, gang.
Marlon's going to give you the straight dope on premarital sex. Thanks, Nathan. It's like a slideshow of gruesome pictures of STDs.
The only thing you should be pushing into a gross hole is the devil.
Yeah. Busted.
I got a DJ up there.
It's like fucking morning zoo radio. Fucking, they never match what we're saying. If you need help, talk to Jesus. Ay, caramba. Not that kind of Jesus.
Doing lame, like, prom night act outs.
Yeah, we're showing him how to handle situations.
Yeah. Come on, babe. Everyone else is doing it.
Picture Marlon's a pretty lady.
I got a wig
on top of your backwards hat. DC talks at the edge of the stage. How fucking
Just
long
getting
is this?
Yeah.
Everyone just in shocked silence by how bad it is.
Why did they insist we show up at 3? It is 5:30.
It's still happening. Okay, guys, scenario 27.
I know you're excited for DC Talk, guys, but just 2 more hours of this.
You're in a public park restroom.
Listen, gang, there's only one glory, and it's not in a hole. Boing.
Yeah.
Toilet flush. Like the fucking sound effect guy is just checked out.
It's automated. Then Robbie the Nintendo robot's the DJ.
He thought he had it timed out right, but now it's like interrupting you in mid-sentence all the time. We could be youth pastors.
Oof. God, the amount of... I hope we weren't talking about this earlier and this is a replay, but how does a pastor get paid? Do they get a check?
Get a check from the church,
Do
I'm
you
sure.
think so? Like,
Yeah, how else would he get paid?
Who's cutting the check?
I mean, I grew up Catholic. They have all the money in the world.
Your fucking guys are getting
and a borderline governmental hierarchy.
fucking gold teeth they pried out of someone's mouth 400 years ago.
Yeah, getting fucking saints' teeth.
Here's more child blood. You take over this other church, you get 2 extra vials a week.
Like the Catholic Church has like the equivalents of district managers and regional consultants. Like it's all business.
A buddy of mine grew up Catholic. He had a picture of his house during their confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
It was him, the fucking priest, and then some dude cosplaying as Galactus in a giant silly
bishop.
hat. It's like, what the fuck? Why do you get him the fuck out of there? Like, how is not everyone laughing?
Yep. That's a very serious hat.
Fucking Ronald. Why are you dressed up like this? You're not magic.
You came here in a Subaru. Why do you have that hat?
Yeah. Where do you keep the hat? That hat was so fucking big. It's like, that can't be real.
Does the hat collapse down for packing? Yeah. How do you pack it?
Who sells this shit? I couldn't. So what did you say that guy was?
I'm sure he's a bishop.
A bishop.
Yeah.
And is a cardinal above a bishop?
Oh, yeah. Cardinals are towards the top.
Yeah.
Cardinals might be right below popes.
Yeah. It's like, how many cardinals are there in North Dakota?
None, I'd
really?
imagine.
No shit.
I bet there's only a handful, if any, in the States.
God, the Catholic Church is so fucking old.
Mm-hmm.
Shit that was created fucking 1,500 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So weird.
Listen, as soon as I was confirmed, I decided to stop being Catholic. So it's not like I don't have love for the Catholic Church, but boy, do I like their aesthetic.
Yeah.
I think they're sharp dressers and good architects.
Yeah, they usually don't fuck around with the Catholic Church.
No, like you see some like. I'm not dunking on Protestants, but you see some Protestant churches where it's like, that's just a fire station.
Yeah.
Like that looks like a strip mall unit.
Oh, there was a Protestant church in my hometown that was legit a double wide trailer house.
Sure, yeah.
Just fucking missing.
Which is good.
Yeah,
like
right?
I'm for that. But there's a little part of me that's just like, you can't doll that up a little bit?
Yeah. You could have built some kind of tower in the middle of it.
Window paint or nothing?
Just gonna have regular windows you can look out of.
Where do you put the bells?
Yeah. There's a troubling lack of bells in this double wide trailer.
Where's the priest live? Why is there not a rectory stapled?
Oh,
to the
your
back
priest
of it?
fucks? That's gross.
Oh, and is a lady. Huh?
Oh, strike 2.
Huh.
Not
Interesting.
Into this. I want a troubled middle-aged virgin teaching me about the Lord. Why does he sweat so much around the children? Who knows? Full of Holy Ghost power, one suspects.
As I said, I'm not defending Catholicism. just like the aesthetic.
They're definitely the glam rock of religion.
100%. Yeah.
They're the Kiss of religion.
Holy shit, they are the Kiss of religion. Good look, meaningless lyrics, just built to make money.
Yeah, geez, on all levels. Even fucking small town Catholic churches are usually built out of like
nice.
brick or stone, not always, but like big on the inside with ornate woodwork.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like they have money from that they've been stealing from villagers.
Yep.
like you have a small church and fucking, if you trace the money back, goes back to like someone getting their land taken away in fucking Prussia.
Yep.
Like countries that don't exist anymore. Mm-hmm. Well, our church was built in 1988.
We had a couple fundraisers and now we have a church.
Yeah. That's a weird thing that like technically a church can just pop up.
Yeah.
What a weird, like people gave a shit more 100 years ago about churches.
Totally.
Because like I bet nowadays, like if this church burnt down and for some reason they decided not to rebuild, you just find another Protestant church.
Totally. Yep.
You just, fuck, I guess we're Episcopalian. What's it matter?
Yeah.
Like, what do? We wear a funny pair of shoes on fucking Black Friday or something.
It's the fucking same book.
Yeah, right? Yeah. It's just the Catholic jump is the tough one. Mm-hmm. Or maybe the ones that go to church on Saturdays, like Seventh-day Advents or whatever the fuck they're called.
I'm sure. Like, there's weirdo branches all over the place.
Or like fucking Pentecostals that are handling snakes and shit.
That's pretty metal.
I like for my mom to try out a new church and they hand her a snake. I don't think we're coming back here. The guy holds the snakes. He sings like Jonathan Davis from Korn. Holy shit. 14-year-old me gets big into Pentecostalism because of that.
Holy shit, if you were in some Kentucky church revival meeting and the pastor was standing up there holding two snakes singing fucking Freak on a Leash. Boom, da, da, boom, da, ba, yeah. Holy fuck.
Something takes a part of me. It's that snake. It just bit
It is actively biting you. Oh, shit.
I went to grad school with a gal that grew up in the snake handling, speaking in tongues. And she said, like, there was kind of peer pressure to see, you haven't been touched in a way that you haven't spoken tongues yet. Your brother did when he was 9.
Uh-huh.
And you know what you do eventually? You pretend.
You just pretend.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
How about that?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Like I just don't know if I could have, or maybe I either would have been way too into it, or like I just can't do this. This is too silly.
This is very silly, to be fair.
Maybe the ham in me might have been okay. Showtime.
You're a born performer. You get up there, start doing Disturbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waka waka. Well, you just do it, Fozzie. I'm so young, I don't have enough reference. I'm just doing the noises of the Muppets. That's the drummer. That's Animal. He just said, go night-night.
Bork, 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 bork. That's clearly Swedish Chef. Stop it. Put the snakes down.
You can do Beaker. Like,
yeah.
Holy fuck.
Oh, God.
He's having so much fun. Let him go.
What do we give a
He's
shit?
a little rich little up there.
It's all made up anyway.
Yeah. I'm just going to go home.
Reverend's on his phone.
Yeah. They're going to do a potluck next week. Maybe I'll come around for that.
Hope somebody brings little smokies.
Boy, potluck was the one thing that'd get my ears perked up for church a little
Probably
bit.
still would today.
Right? Oh, my God. Yeah, I think my mom was saying they don't do them nearly as much anymore, which is... Maybe that reflects why church numbers are down.
Yeah, maybe they should have more potlucks.
I'll put up with a lot of horse shit for fucking Little Smokies.
Little Smokies and ambrosia salad.
Yeah. You've mentioned that name before. You're going to have to explain to me what that is.
I'm going to mix it up. I think ambrosia salad is like, it's one of those like Cool Whip and mandarin oranges and pudding powder maybe and marshmallows. Like it's a fluff.
Pudding powder sounds like an affectionate term a southern grandmother would call one of her grandkids. Oh, you get over your pudding powder.
Come on, pudding powder.
Give me a kiss. Oh, pudding powder's be bashful. Oh. Get over here.
Oh, shit.
That kid's 28. Here I am.
Hi, Gam Gam.
That time when I was like 35 and my grandma's like, do you still want me to buy you funny books when I'm at the yard sales?
Did you say yes?
Yes.
Of course you did. Awesome.
I got a pile of funny books in the entry for you. Thank you.
Thanks, Grandma.
Family circus, boo.
One of my grandmas was of the tilt that like if you ever mentioned that you liked a thing, you got that thing as presents for the rest of your life. Like I remember when it was so long ago that I don't remember saying it, but I at some point had to have told her that I thought wolves were neat because I got fucking wolves for the next 25 years. Like, hey, it's a decorative plate with a wolf on it. You like wolves? I sure do, Grandma. I'm 31.
Yeah, like a big trucker hat with just a picture of a wolf.
Just a wolf on it, yep.
Yeah, if you enjoy wolves, America's Truck Stop's got your back.
Yes, they do.
Plenty of wolf memorabilia.
Yep. Wolves and eagles.
Little kid me, any animal I liked was not featured on clothes.
Oh, sure.
The deep sea anglerfish. What?
Red pandas.
Yeah. Plesiosaurs. What are we talking about? He likes the lame underwater ones. Why does he like that?
Why can't he like a T-Rex like all the rest of the kids?
No, they got the long neck and the teeth like needles.
Okay.
Whatever. When does he go to bed?
Leave it to him to like a fucking dinosaur that's not in that Jurassic Park movie.
There was later on a video game that eventually had a plesiosaur as a playable character. I'm like, vindicated. You weren't a big fight and video game guy, so you might not be able to help me. This was during all the rage Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
It was a game where like the characters were all gigantic. You were either there's like 5 different dinosaurs and 2 like giant monkey King Kong-esque. And as you were playing, it's the one guy versus the other fight, But like if you were on the other side of the screen, you had a second. One of the controls you could hit was just grab a human off the ground and eat it and get like a fraction of your power back.
No idea.
Yeah, that Primal Rage,
okay.
I think it was called.
That's,
yep.
I've heard the name.
And there was a plesiosaur. It was the lamest defense-based character. Winning matches by default.
But you were just like, my favorite dinosaur.
This one sucks so hard. Every match comes down to the judge's decision. What happened on those games if you got to the end of the clock? I think
whoever had the most health.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Boy, you're too into those games if you're playing for those victories.
If you're playing for a decision.
Like, you realize, there's 20 seconds left. I'm way up. Instead of going for the knockout,
I just got to turtle up.
I'm just going to fucking go up, just lean back in the corner. Like,
I'm sure it happens.
Oh, God, yeah. Boy, I bet after a certain point of being, you get too good at games like that, it just gets corny. Like, you've spent too much time on this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, boy, the window of being bragged on when you're an adolescent is so small. Like you shouldn't be bad at things, but don't be too good at them. Yeah, you're gonna stick out too much if you're too good at.
Yeah,
like anything that would have got your name in the paper, you avoided like the plague.
Oh yeah,
like. Oh my! That literally, I could give myself a panic attack thinking about if something like that would have been offered to me. Like,
I don't know that I had that. Like, it was always like, look, I'm in the paper, like spelling bee or county fair.
Like after, I mean, if you're just one of many kids listed in the 4-H or the county fair shit, then who cares? But like a picture of me with the fucking article. Oh my God, you would have gotten so much shit. Fucking A. Oh, like spelling bee comes to mind, that kind of thing. Like, I was never a great speller, but they briefly had something called geography bee. and I was really good at geography,
yeah.
and I was like, you can't do this.
Why? Just be good at a thing, Nathan.
And then get ridiculed and self-harm. The only adolescent scars I have are stretch marks. I'm glad I carefully planned my life around that.
Sounds like you missed out on being a geography B-star.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they got all the puss. He knows the capital of Mongolia.
Do you?
No, it's a 2-word city, though. Like 2 syllables in each word, like Gugar Platar or something like that.
It's certainly offensive.
Yeah, that's a racial slur for Mongolian people.
Yep, absolutely.
We got any listeners in Mongolia?
No.
But they live in Ulaanbaatar. It's the only town that has internet.
Don't keep saying it.
Yeah. They don't care.
I watched a travel log once of like, I'm going to Mongolia. Check this shit out. Mongolia seems cool.
Yeah.
And one of the things they were showing was like, oh, they're having like a big fucking get together and people are getting fucking hammered. Cool.
Yeah.
What are they drinking? Fermented mare's milk.
Really?
Fermented horse milk.
Gee, I thought for sure. I was thinking it was going to be fermented piss.
Hi.
God, fucking dairy. Drinking dairy that's so fucking rotten it'll fuck you up. Wow.
How bad is your hangover?
Whoa, you just stole it. I was like, what do you feel like the next day? Unbelievable.
My head is pounding. I'm bound up. That's too much dairy.
There's an episode of Wild Boys with Steve-O and Chris Pontius,
Sure.
that Jackass offshoot for those that aren't aware. And they went everywhere on the globe. Like they were somewhere either in deep in Southeast Asia or that little island like Papua New Guinea. It's like one of the most unknown, like still undiscovered places on the planet. And they went. It was a very not like modern Western civilization. Like everything's built out of tree. The trees they have around them, but like big structures. It was like some kind of wedding thing or celebration that everyone there is partying. And they're drinking some kind of, they talk about it, the narrator, some kind of liquor they make out of some fucking thing from a tree. And they're served in basically like a bamboo shoot, which is pretty perfect because they're disposable. You drink and you throw it, it just crunch under your feet. I bet Steve-O drank 40 of those fucking things. And as it goes on, he is so fucked up. I always wonder, what did he feel like the next day? What's your body doing? You're introducing some foreign fucking thing to it. Like
a new poison.
Yeah, oh my God. My body reacts negatively to the poisons it knows.
Domestic poisons.
Yeah, the bland poisons. Like, holy fucking shit. God. I think in Mongolia too, there is the one major city that's kind of like a normal city. Well, outside of that, there is still a lot of people living like they did hundreds of years, like nomadic tribes, like herders and stuff.
Yep.
Like
big village country over there.
Yeah, like wonder what animals they're raising over there in those herds.
I don't know.
Got some kind of cattle, maybe some
yak, buffalo, maybe
yak, some kind of camel, maybe some kind of high desert camel.
They had horses. I mean, the Middle East is where, like the Arabians have horses, obviously.
Is that where the first, domestication of horses happened?
If I read that, I would believe it.
Yeah,
sure.
That seems right. What a thing, the early human days, we can ride these fuckers?
Well, I mean, that's where, the Greeks invented that's where the centaur comes from, because when they finally ran into those the tribesmen on the steppes they had never seen before, they thought they were the same animal.
Really?
Yeah, that's where centaur.
No shit.
That's why they invented centaurs. They thought they were half man, half horse.
No kidding. So they eventually went east and ran into people on horseback, and they're what the fuck? That's wild.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine never seeing a person on a horse and then seeing a person on a horse?
Well, how much it sucked the first time you and your group had to fight dudes with horses?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
You're just standing there with a sword?
Yeah, this is gonna suck.
Jesus, they're fast.
Yeah.
They're fucking big.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, they're mean. But yeah, You and your fucking buddy just staring at some giant animal drinking out of a lake, like, we could get on top of that thing. How many people got stomped to death trying to fucking tame a hippo? You know? Stop fighting me.
Yeah, why did we stop at horses? Or did we not and learned that only horses are the only ones?
Thousands of people die trying to do that shit.
Somebody was definitely like, well, the zebra's kind of the same thing.
They don't like it right away, but they eventually will just put up with it. Not these hippos. They just keep killing us.
Hippos are such a bummer because you look at them and you're like, this is a thing I should be able to pet.
I'm going to hug that thing.
And no, you won't.
And it will bite you in half. It won't even have the decency to eat you.
No, spit you
It
out.
will just kill the shit out of you and let you rot.
And stomp the rest of your body into the mud.
Yeah, what a jerk.
Hippos are jerks.
That footage you see of like people on like a little fucking pontoon type boat, and a hippo comes, how fast they can swim.
Terrifying.
Doesn't make any fucking sense. Their arms are tree stumps. They have like, how does that build any momentum in the water? Like, they almost can like dive out of it too. Like the fucking mouth is so fucking big. Like, Jesus Christ, that thing's terrifying. And like they always say, by far the most dangerous animal in Africa.
Oh yeah, by a lot.
Like lions will leave you alone unless they're super hungry or something, you know, or like you're in their territory. You go anywhere near a hippo, it's just going to try kill you.
And cartoons lied to us. They make you think the hippos are adorable.
Yeah, they do that with all the animals. I thought the max weight of a pig was 40 pounds. I didn't think there was a pig made a grown man couldn't carry. Like, pigs were cute. Pigs were Wilbur, you know? Like,
or Orson.
Yeah. Is Orson from U.S. Acres?
Fucking A, he is.
Jesus Christ. You got to reference that. You can't just say Orson.
Hey, you got it.
I'm a fucking loser. We need to appeal to a higher class of people that don't know the Jim Davis B-side characters.
Also, you said U.S. Acres, not Garfield and Friends. So we're both fucking dorks here.
Oh, yeah, I'm pleading. Can you name any other U.S. Acres characters?
Sheldon?
Yep.
The egg.
I'm shocked that's the only one I can think of.
Oh, I feel like I have the duck in the life preserver right on the tip of my tongue, but
Wade?
yes, there you go. Yep.
Well, the chicken was kind of the jerk.
Yep. Can't name him.
And then there was another little chick that was Sheldon's friend or buddy or sibling.
Who was always like waiting for Sheldon to hatch.
That was always the subplot.
Yep.
Like,
And there's a lady pig.
Oh, really? I was saying, who's the woman? Yeah.
There's for sure a sheep, maybe two.
Is there?
Yeah.
I can't even picture that in my head. Holy fuck. Is there a U.S. Acres podcast?
Oh, there should be, hosted by you and I.
What a fucking thing to dive into.
You think you can find all those old Garfield and Friends anywhere? You think those live anywhere on streaming?
That's a good question. Or any of that Saturday morning shit.
Right.
Like,
could you watch Wildcats if you wanted to?
Yeah.
Or the Cowboys of Moo Mesa or Lone Star?
I feel like a lot of that shit lives on like Tubi or those. This is free, but there's ads like regular TV.
Yep, free over the air television.
Yep, like, and some of them are you still have to download the app or if you have like a Roku, it's already there waiting for you. Like,
yeah, like a Crackle or something.
It's Crackle that style. You don't pay for
a free thing.
Yeah, you don't pay for Crackle. Yeah, I have a friend who was just talking about. He's like, man, there are movies on there you don't find anywhere else. Just those random movies that fell through the cracks. He's like, and I pay for almost all the big streaming things. He's like, I'm at a point where I'm watching the free ones 2/3 of the time I have my TV on. I'm like, no kidding.
A lot of hard to find horror movies make their way to like Tubi. I find out every October when I try to watch a bunch.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Huh.
Where's this thing streaming? Oh, fucking Tubi.
Huh. And I have some friends that just can't handle it. I don't fucking mind commercials. I prefer not to have them. But
yeah. It bothers me more in some things than others. Like, YouTube being the place where mid-level comics release specials is a bummer because YouTube has ads.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing fucking ruins a fucking stand-up special like ads.
I think it bothered me most in movies. TV, don't give a shit because TV's built designed around commercials. They have commercial breaks, like every episode of The Simpsons features a fucking harrowing moment that ends right in time for a commercial, you know? Like,
or a cliffhanger or a strong joke or,
If Homer falls out of a window and he's hanging by his belt,
Yeah.
it'll cut right at that time.
He'll look up and whimper.
Yeah.
And you'll get a wide shot to see how far up he is and then cut. Yeah.
God, he does whimper a lot. That's just as, at that point, that noise is just as known as the fucking dough.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
I really like the idea of a U.S. Acres podcast hosted by you and I.
God.
U.S. A-holes. No.
The people that would be fucking, that would find that would be so baffled. Like,
are they ever going to talk about Garfield?
Yeah,
nope.
Nope.
Just U.S. Acres.
Do we make it where that's part of the rule of the show, no Garfield talk, or does it just, it can happen if it's organic?
I mean, sure. Like, we're definitely not going to go out of our way to talk about Garfield, but if he comes up, boy, I feel like when I was a kid, I feel like I just prayed for the end of the U.S. Acres segment to get back to Garfield.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I was there for Garfield, not and Friends.
Yeah. Fucking, I mean, that just shows that Jim Davis had a lot of clout. They said, hey, man, we're going to do this other comic strip, too, because I want this to take off. Funny it didn't.
Yeah.
As big of
Didn't
a
work.
monolith that Garfield was. What the how much money did Garfield generate in 1990?
Oof.
It'd be easier to list household items you could buy that you couldn't buy
That you
with
couldn't
Garfield.
find a Garfield one of. Yep.
God, you could get Garfield fucking everything.
I may have just been looking at antique Garfield salt and pepper shakers not 5 days ago. Like, oh, look at these.
Is there any other comic strip that's like fucking commodified itself and that? Oh, fucking Peanuts. Fucking Peanuts.
Yeah.
Not as much.
Not as blatant
or not
as
as,
Garfield was.
Garfield seems like it's a lot more oddball shit.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen headphones that are shaped like Lucy Van Pelt, you know?
Right.
Like,
God, you know Lucy's last name.
yeah.
I'm the dork.
Yeah, I know. Well, you were retconning this shit. I already openly admitted that I shouldn't know fucking the U.S. Acres name.
Although, I must be a little sleep deprived on this comedy road trip because I almost fired back as a challenge, like, what's Charlie Brown's last name? God damn it.
I don't know if you get any other last names in the Peanuts gang, because it's Linus and Lucy Van Pelt. They're siblings, and then Sally and Charlie Brown.
Yeah, what's
Schroeder's last name?
Or Fleabag or whatever the dirty kid
Pigpen.
is. Pigpen. There we go.
Then the weird characters like Shermie, who got written out, and Pammy. Yeah. Boy, you could go down a dark and twisted road of my goddamn Peanuts knowledge.
I never, I don't know. I have never seen any of those movies. The fucking
really?
Pumpkin Patch or whatever, and Sad Christmas Tree. I don't know
Antenna
any of
TV
those.
wasn't a big thing for you,
Not
growing
really, no.
So the fact that, oh, holy fuck, not only are there cartoons on, but a cartoon I'm kind of vaguely interested in.
Right. No.
When I was little, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10, Garfield was so hot. There was a Garfield primetime special for basically every holiday.
Yep.
The Garfield Halloween special.
Yep.
Fuck yeah, Garfield Christmas.
Garfield Christmas. Yep.
I think there were even a few that weren't holiday based. Garfield Goes to Space. Something fucking.
I am so on the fucking cusp of getting super into Garfield. This is terrifying.
It's just every other day is a pastel-colored sweatshirt with Garfield on the front with some sassy comment from Garfield.
Disheveled, holding a coffee, talking about hating Mondays.
Yeah, about being fat, loving it. Sitting in a lasagna as he does. That's how he would do it, right? He'd just plop down in the fucking pan and just shovel that shit in.
John, that cat's going to die.
I love the OG old school, late 70s Garfield, who was just this big fat lump of shit.
Yeah, with a scowl on his
Garfield
face
used to
all
weigh
the time.
45 pounds.
And be mean.
Garfield has gotten less mean over the years.
He's more mischievous.
Yeah. he was still a prick to Odie.
Oh, of course.
Well into the 90s, but they really tamed that
Trying
down.
to ship Nirmal to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Anytime I hear someone try to say Abu Dhabi and mispronounce it, I'm always like, well, you didn't fucking watch Garfield when you were a kid? What the hell? I've heard like Abu Dhabi. It's like, go fuck yourself.
Can you come up with the name of Garfield's girlfriend?
Arlene.
Nice pull.
Yeah. Weird shaped cat.
Yep, all neck.
Cat looks like a penis almost.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So you had John, Garfield, Odie, Nirmal would come over occasionally, Arlene,
Liz the vet.
Can you think of the name of the fucking woman, the old lady waitress that worked at the Greasy Spoon? If you can pull that, you're fucking, that's gold star territory there. You deserve a prize.
I couldn't tell if you were going to be congratulatory or insulting.
Yeah. Do you know who I'm referencing?
No, I don't.
Is all your Garfield knowledge from the cartoon?
100%.
You never read the books at all?
No, because, like, this is about to be sad, but, like, whenever we would go to the library, like, when you were a little kid in elementary school, there was one day a week where your class got to go to the library, and you had to walk over to the high school, so it was a everybody get in line thing, and it was a whole thing, and I was never, we lined up alphabetically, W towards the end.
Fuck.
I never once was able to get to the vault collections in time.
Maybe one time we can start from the end?
Nope.
Never.
Nope. So... No, I never got to read the comics, really. Occasionally, snag Grandma and Grandpa's paper and see what Garfield's doing. Yeah. To me, Garfield is a television show.
That's why. See,
not a comic strip.
I was already like reading the books by the time that comic came out, or the cartoon started, because I was so psyched because of that. Like, holy shit.
No, I remember standing in, I can envision the aisle in the library where the comics are and standing there being like, oh, it's just an empty shelf.
Most of mine, like, I'm sure I must have got some, you know where because it was the same. They were always checked out in our little kid library, but the public library, when I discovered that, I'd like, because my mom would go fucking get books. I'd just start tagging along, like, look at this fucking gold
treasure.
Like, none of the adults are reading Garfield. I'm getting the weird old school shit, like Garfield #5, Garfield at large, fucking Garfield buys a gun. I wonder what the titles had to get pretty esoteric towards the end. Like,
Garfield goes to jail.
Do you think they're still putting out, like, I bet there's still a yearly Garfield book? Or,
I hope so.
Or every 6 months, however, I don't know how many are featured per book.
Garfield regrets a face tattoo.
Yeah. Garfield chins up, or that was one, because he's fat. He's got all those chins.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I have read it online, so it isn't just my memory, that Garfield was funnier, like, from 1980 to, like, 1992 or so.
Oh, then he goes soft.
And, like, Garfield dorks can, like, trace it and have done a deep dive when they found out, like, this is roughly the time that Garfield became a corporation.
Oh,
and Jim Davis was handing off responsibility to other writers and artists.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like those weird years of SNL where Lorne Michaels gave it up.
I remember, because if you notice too, it had to be on purpose because of this. If you know, Comedy Central showed reruns of fucking, when you would like first got a satellite dish, SNL reruns were a third of Comedy Central's broadcasting. It was always like 87 and newer. Like, you rarely ever saw the 70s shit, and you never saw that 1980 to 86, the Dick Ebersol years.
Yeah.
I remember early on, though, like when I go into be at a friend's house that had cable, I remember they'd occasionally show them. They would just have 10 minutes of stand-up. Like,
weird.
Right? Like, the format they didn't follow a set format at all. Like,
different vibe.
Yep. Or have a fucking 15-minute sketch.
Jesus.
Yeah, a lot of that kind of shit. Like,
different feel.
Yep, totally. Like, and what I love in that era, whole new cast every year because the show was a nightmare. Like, you look at the list of names, like Robert Downey Jr. when he was like 19.
He was on SNL.
Yeah. Anthony Michael Hall was for a year. Gilbert Gottfried was for a year.
Weird.
Julia Louise-Dreyfus for a fucking year. Like, Oh, who's the guy that makes like the mockumentaries like Spinal Tap? Christopher Guest.
Christopher Guest, yeah.
Fucking SNL cast member for a year. Why not? Everyone gets a try. Like, I'd love to watch all that.
Is that
shit.
when Odenkirk was on there? Wasn't he on there real briefly, or
No,
was he in there during the real shit?
Yeah, like the Dana Carvey, Chris
Sure.
Farley.
Okay.
Because he was a Second City guy that ended up kind of following that wave of those guys going to SNL. And he wonder if he tried to be an on-air performer or if he was happy to just be a writer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he seems like the kind of guy that maybe fell into performing kind of like by accident. Like,
yeah, wasn't the plan.
Like, or kind of like, hey, I want to be able to have my own thing, but that means I also probably have to perform in it because like we're on cable, so we got to do all the heavy lifting.
Right.
We're writing and performing. I wonder like how Mr. Show came to be because, far as I know, Odenkirk was never a stand-up. He always was like fucking sketch and improv. And far as I know, David Cross was just strictly stand-up before he got Mr. Show. You know, like
I've never seen that show.
well, you're not the biggest.
I don't love sketch comedy.
See, like its flying high moments are insane.
Yeah,
it's like what the. And also, probably Kids in the Hall was on HBO, but like they took advantage at times of their we can kind of do whatever we want.
Yeah,
not so much like nudity and cursing, just like we can touch on insane subjects. Yeah, like there's a great sketch. I'm gonna butcher it. About like this metal band. I think a pre-fame Brian Posehn plays one of the band members.
Okay.
They're called Titanica.
Okay.
And they have to meet one of their members or one of their fans who started themselves on fire because of one of the songs. Like, hey, go hang out with him so his parents don't sue us.
like the Judas Priest thing. Yeah.
Yep, and he pulls the blanket away, and his limbs are like fucking gross, long, burnt hot dogs, and they flail around. He gets excited. Oh boy, Titanica! And they're so repulsed by him.
But trying to hold it together.
It's just David Cross's head with a 15-pound hot dog body. It's so sick.
Never was a sketch guy. Here and there. I like Monty Python. I like some Think You Should Leave. I like Key and Peele and Chappelle Show.
So wild to me that SNL wasn't like a formative part of your childhood.
Absolutely not.
God, there was a time like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, I'd say is the like, if I missed SNL, I was bummed.
It was a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, never was part of growing up for me.
You know, I got into it young enough where my mom was like, you're not staying up to the end of this. It's like, but also one thing I was like, why did I even was allowed to watch it? Because my mom would put the hammer down. We weren't watching R-rated movies.
Sure.
She was going to bed. Like, so it's like they don't even pay attention to what's on at that time of night, you know? Like,
I was never like SNL wasn't a part of my youth, and neither was late night fucking Letterman or Johnny Carson or anything, you know?
That's
like none of that was a part of my life.
no shit. Yeah,
The television was just the thing that Nintendo was on.
Huh. No.
And public broadcasting educational stuff.
No shit.
Sesame Street.
Huh.
Wishbone.
Well, my parents were
Green
home.
Rainbow.
The TV was on. I can't, to this day, and it bothers me. I'll go home, and my mom will be in the yard or something, or my dad will be doing something. The fucking TV's just blaring. This doesn't need to be on.
I love you coming home and giving them the business about it. I got the TV on for
You would
it.
have gotten mad at us for doing this. Just fucking YOLO with the electricity bill.
Their house, their rules, Nathan.
Fucking. Yeah, like, if my dad wasn't working, he was plopped down in front of the TV.
Yeah.
Fucking puffing heaters, eating caramel corn, watching fucking British
sounds like a
comedy
pretty
on
good life.
PBS.
Fuck yeah.
Me just patiently waiting. Okay, just grit your teeth. Eventually, he will turn to Married with Children, and that's going to be so awesome.
I just have to get through this episode of Keeping Up Appearances.
Oh, she's going to say pussy again because she's talking about her cat.
That's Are You Being Served?
Okay, thank you. You're right. You're right. Of the two, I could stomach Are You Being Served. Fucking Keeping Up Appearances.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, my God.
Hyacinth Bouquet.
Oh, damn it. Let's start this bed on fire. Oh, yep. Didn't the news wasn't a thing? Catch the weather?
Sure, the news. Watch the news. Yeah.
Okay,
Watch Wheel of Fortune after that.
Yep.
Watch whatever. Watch some fucking Dateline or whatever.
God, yeah. Wheel of Fortune has been a staple in our and most that has to be one of the most popular TV shows, right? Maybe not. Maybe,
Yeah, like ever? Yes.
Yeah, like,
100%.
It's like especially moms.
Do moms love Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah, yes. I mean, everyone probably does a little bit, but I bet if you were to like, hey, name your 10 favorite shows, Wheel of Fortune pops up way more for women.
Women than men?
Yep.
Yeah, sure. I might believe that. I found out that I have YouTube TV, which it's like having cable again.
Yeah.
And I DVR every episode of Wheel of Fortune.
No shit.
Yeah, hell yeah, I do.
I mean, it's good TV.
It's good TV. It's fun.
I think I'm more of a Jeopardy guy, but they're both very enjoyable.
Sure, Jeopardy makes me feel dumb.
Yeah.
But I like Wheel of Fortune.
Thing I love the harshness of Jeopardy. The fact that second and third place still don't get any money.
Yep, no
all
money.
These years later.
Yep.
Get a fucking copy of our home game, you sack of shit. The fuck? How do you not know the third Sultan of Burma?
There's fucking cab fare on the dresser. Get out of here.
You thought he was Abdul the Fourth? It's Abdul the Seventh, you dumb asshole.
How'd you even get on this show? Go fuck
Hello,
yourself.
dipshit. Anyone home?
I would watch a spin-off show called Mean Jeopardy. Yeah. I would 100%.
Fucking Trebek knocking someone on top of the head, saying hello. Anyone home?
McFly.
Space for rent.
Holy shit! Get the guy who played Biff Tannen to host it.
Yeah. You ever seen him do things? Angel of a man.
That's what I've always heard. Yeah.
They say he's like I struggled with like all those because he, especially when he was young. Well, he's young in the first one.
Yeah.
He looked like, hey, we need mean football boy.
Yeah, we need a bully.
We need mean football boy. And he got all because he pops up in a couple at least that I could think of horror movies. Where I'm the jock in the group of teenagers.
You're going to love Watch Me Get Killed.
Yep, exactly. Yep. And even sometimes he wasn't necessarily a bad guy, but he was like the big dumb jock in the friend group.
Yeah.
Because I've heard him talk, and he's just like, yeah, but I knew what I looked like, so these were the roles I was going to get, I don't like being a mean guy, but you hear that endlessly. Clancy Brown, hell of a guy. Is that his name?
Always plays an asshole.
Yep. God. Fucking... Oh my God! Eastbound and Down.
Oh, Danny McBride.
Apparently an angel. Total.
He's not Kenny Powers at all.
How does he not suck? That guy was genetically. He's fighting everything in his body not to suck.
Right.
We should praise him more for that. He's the equivalent of Muggsy Bogues being in the NBA. Nature built him one way, but he rebelled.
He refused to go along with it.
Fucking Danny McBride should be an asshole working the front desk at a tire shop.
Yes.
Staring at people's wives too long. Just all the worst traits, but nope.
Giving him the eyes and the eyebrows, like, huh?
I don't know if I've discussed it, but I finally found a mechanic shop in the Twin Cities that I trust.
Oh, did you?
Yep, nice. It's close to my place. It checks all the boxes. And one thing I love about it, has two fucking middle-aged dudes just lounging around in the lobby because they got nothing better to do.
That's just their hangout spot?
That's the one. That's
drinking coffee?
Drinking that old drip coffee.
Oh, God damn it.
Same thing. You found a barber shop worth keeping. If there's
people
just
hang out,
bored men chilling out in there.
God, there might be no worse coffee than fucking Mechanics coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, that might even beat church basement coffee.
Yeah. I brought a friend's car, did him a favor, brought their car to a mechanic, but not like a mechanic shop, the Chevy Certified Service Center or the Honda in Fargo.
Sure.
The fucking waiting room was the size of a fucking college fucking community hangout area.
Yeah,
there was coffee, fancy coffee, fountain soda, milk in a little cooler, and fucking treats.
Little bottles of water, cans of soda.
Free treats. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Your face.
I couldn't believe.
Can you believe that?
Because they were like, yeah, bring your laptop. I'm not going to sit on my laptop on a folding chair like an ass. I was like, dude, like, have you never went to a certified mechanic? They're huge. I'm like, I don't go to places like that. I get my car fixed by someone my dad knows.
or your dad.
A shop with a guy's name in it.
Yeah, Dave's Auto.
My mechanic's name's Barney. Where's he work? Barney's Automotive. It's his garage.
Yep. Oh my God, seeing you in a fucking dealership waiting room. Oh man.
Looking at cars, like, I hate having them run out and try to talk to me so much. When I was a kid, if I was bored in Minot, I'd cruise the lots of a car dealership. What's for sale? They come out and try to talk to you now.
I hate it.
Nope. See ya.
Mostly not because like I don't want them to talk to me. It's like, I am a waste of your time.
Yep.
Go away.
Yeah. I can't. I'm sure everyone tells you this, but I can't stress enough that you're not going to make any money talking to me.
Yes.
You're at work right now.
Yep.
You should try to make money.
I'm just looking.
Go talk to those people.
I have 25 minutes to kill.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
That's
here.
the only reason. I am just as likely to buy this dealership and be your boss as I am buy this car.
Yep.
Neither can happen.
Yep.
You know how much money I made last year? $13,000.
I see you were looking at that. Yeah, I was looking. It's yellow. Okay, that's why I was looking at it.
I look at attractive naked women online. I don't think I'm ever going to know those women. Sometimes a fella got a dream.
Yeah, but I want to look at them. I don't want someone to try to sell them to me. Oh, God. Man, I think that we are really onto something with this U.S. Acres podcast and with Mean Jeopardy. I think we've invented two good things today.
Well, I think Merv Griffin Enterprises would have an issue with us making a Jeopardy spinoff.
No, you could probably just call it Mean Jeopardy. Nobody would sue anybody.
Same exact picture, just fucking mean, sloppily edited into the top of it.
Yeah. This is like a Nathan Fielder bit. This is like, what was it, dumb Starbucks that he did on that show?
God, yeah, that's something I need to go back and watch.
Me too, and I need to watch everything he's done since then that everybody fucking raves about.
See, I've only seen that insane HBO special he did.
And I didn't see that.
Man, it's worth it, dude. It's one of those things that it's like, is it good? I'm like, I can't answer that.
It's all of his stuff is so uncomfortable. I love it.
Yep.
That one episode of Nathan For You, when he's doing that thing of like, I need to escape from these handcuffs or I will expose myself to these children.
Yeah, so fucking insane.
Holy shit. We've built a robot to expose your dick, and we brought all of these children in.
Just like kids on like a set of bleachers.
Yep, like risers, like they're at a choir concert.
When he like addresses the camera, like, most daredevils will only risk their lives. I'm going to risk much more.
Which, true.
If I do not remove these handcuffs in 90 seconds, I will become a registered sex offender.
Yeah, they got a cop there?
Yeah, I forgot there's a cop milling around.
Oh, my God.
If that happens, I will expose myself to these children, and this police officer will arrest me.
Insane.
And he's so, like, unenergetic and just fucking so calmly explaining it, like
it's ludicrous.
I've only seen that clip. I have no clue how.
Watch that whole episode. Holy moly.
Yeah, I had the thought in my head after watching that HBO show, I need to go back and watch both seasons of Nathan For You.
Yeah.
Because uncomfortable is the proper way to describe it.
Yeah,
like,
it's very uncomfortable.
God, is it funny at times.
There's that one HBO show that, what is it, How To with John Wilson? Is that the name of that show?
Yeah, I've never watched. I see ads
that
for
is similar. It's also very good, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It's not one-to-one exactly Nathan For You, but it occupies a similar space.
And who is that guy?
No idea.
Oh, really? Like, and you think no idea he's not famous, or no idea I'm just not aware of him?
Maybe both, but definitely the second one.
Yeah. Because I was just saying, that name didn't ring any bells in my head. HBO must think it's going to be something because they are pushing the shit out of it.
Are they?
Yeah. Or maybe they're smart and they can fucking figure out what I like to watch and they just push it towards me, you know?
Like I watched that first season and was pleasantly surprised. Like, this is actually very good.
Yep. No, I'm watching that fucking Baby Reindeer show, and it's so fucking cringy at times. I can only watch one at a time.
Oh,
Fuck.
I hate this.
Why does this guy keep making these decisions? Oh, yeah, like, literally, like, I can feel my skin crawling at times. Like, I don't like this. Like, and it's not like someone's getting hacked up with an axe. It's an unpleasant
It's just
social.
socially uncomfortable, yeah.
Yeah, watching someone on TV have a fucked up, like, they fuck up in a run-in with a woman makes me so tense. Like, oh, I kind of look away. This is so awkward.
Yeah,
like,
that was most of the best, worst parts of Louis involved him fucking messing up with a woman.
Louis captured that awkwardness
Louis
so
was
well.
very uncomfortable. Yeah. That was a good show.
Do you got to go to his website and purchase Louis?
I bet you do. I bet that ain't on Hulu with the rest of FX's library.
Yeah. Or I wonder how about his HBO show, Lucky Louie?
That used to be on HBO, but I don't know if it still is.
That was definitely a cut below Louis, but it had its moments.
And he probably had to do that to get to Louis, you know?
He wasn't nearly as famous when that came out.
Yeah.
And if you go back and remember Lucky Louie, and it was by design, it was shot like a traditional sitcom.
Yeah.
It was,
it was made to look like that.
Like the 2-camera in a studio setup.
Yep.
Because his whole thing is, I want a traditional family sitcom that's like a real family. Which that's kind of what Roseanne was too. But like, I know maybe it's the commentary on the DVD because that show's so old. I watched it. I rented the DVDs from Cash Lines for that season. And he talked about he already knew it was canceled when they were talking about it. He's like, the next season was going to be me and whatever the wife character going through a vicious divorce. What an uncomfortable basis for a fucking family sitcom. Too bad that couldn't have happened.
Yeah. Welcome, by the way, to America's Barley Basket, episode 204. I'm Marlon, and that's Nathan.
Here I am.
I'm sorry if you can hear the air conditioner, but it's extremely hot in this hotel room.
This podcast would be so much worse if we didn't have the AC, because
Holy moly.
You would waste 4 hours of a night editing out me pouting about how hot it is. It's so damp.
Marlon.
Let's change my socks.
I'm not going to change your socks, Nathan.
They're so wet.
Oh, man.
Holy fuck.
Holy
peeling
moly.
wet. We don't pay CNAs enough.
No, we don't.
Jesus Christ, peeling off a grown-up's gross, sweaty socks and looking at their feet and saying, fuck it, gotta clip their nails too, it looks like.
You were so repulsed by that just now, and someone does that every day.
Yep. That's their fucking thing.
Yep.
Oh, good, they haven't shit all over. That's the highlight, when they shit where they're supposed to shit.
Oh, man, I had a bit of toe horror.
Oh.
I was moving a couch in my apartment, getting everything situated just right, you know?
Yeah.
And I had a friend there helping me out. And, like, the couch, if you don't want to take the chaise off of it, like, take it apart, you can scooch it around, but it's a fucking pig, you know?
Okay.
And I was pulling towards me, already a mistake.
Yeah.
And I knew the night before I should trim my toenails and didn't.
Oh.
And I pulled that couch towards me and I pulled harder than I intended to, and I bent my big toenail, like at the center line, bent that sumbitch all the way back.
How the fuck?
And then just, oh shit, and stomped it back down. And we're doing okay. I don't think it's going to fall off or nothing.
It hasn't turned black
but
yet?
Fuck me, did that hurt. It's bruised.
Yeah.
It's got bruise underneath it, but not too terribly bad.
Man, have you ever seen my gnarly big toenail?
No.
Where they had to do the surgery?
No.
Oh, that's a hell of a tale. So before, my feet were fairly normal looking feet. And one day, I was like in my mid-30s, there's a line right down the middle of my toenail.
Okay.
Oh.
Like vertically.
Vertical line. Oh, that's weird. And then, like, I read somewhere, that might mean you have cancer. Like, good. Oh. So I took it in, went to my primary care dog, like, hey, you should take a look at this. I'm like, yeah, well, what that means is a mole has formed underneath the cuticle of your toe. That's what that line is. That means there's a mole down there, and that's what's affecting the pigment. That's what causes that line.
Boy.
So I was like, what do I do? It's like, well, you're at that age where, I was like in my mid-30s, like, it might just be a new mole because you're at an age where that can still happen. But you're also getting close to that age where you shouldn't be getting new moles.
Right.
So like we got to go in there and get it. And they told me like, no, like they'll just cut about a half inch down each side of your toe, which fuck gross.
Already a tough start.
Peel that skin back.
Not getting better.
And check that, and scoop that mole out, and then we'll test it.
Don't like the finale either.
And we'll just stitch it up. You should save your toenail. I go in.
Should is a tough word to use there.
I go in, and they don't put you under. They just dope up your toe.
Sure.
So I'm laying like I am right now. Like,
oh, boy.
I'm just sitting here, okay. And the guy at the foot of the bed, I remember he was a tall, skinny, very jovial African man, like very deep, like, oh, hello, this will be a very good, like very like, he was good bedside manner is the term I'm looking for. Like, he just made you feel, he's kind of joking out. I know this needle looks scary, but you won't even feel it. And I did. Fucking dope me up and like flick my toe. Yeah, we're ready. He brought out a comically large set of tongs holding my toenail on it like, hey, like, look at this.
Muzzle.
I caught a whopper. So I was like, is my toenail gonna grow back? And he's like, oh, it'll grow back perfectly fine.
Oh no.
How it grew back, instead of having one toenail, I have two pieces of petrified wood that shoot out of my toe at different fucking angles.
Fuck.
One, over the years now, is becoming more normal. The other is just fucking, looks like fucking something from a Tool music video.
Looks like you got two horse teeth on the end of your toe.
Yeah, but like an atypical deer horn.
Sure.
Just shit, like stalactites sticking out everywhere. Like, try to cut that fucking thing. Like, Jesus Christ. I have like an electric foot sander because I'm living that life. I'll sometimes just set that fucker on rock and roll. Just like, just fucking burn.
Sparks going.
Yeah. It is alarming how thick it is. It's
you got
like,
safety goggles on. I get the shop vac in
it's
here
hurt
now.
when you get hit with a kickback.
Got sawdust.
You got a bench fucking grinder going.
It's like you got a table saw in your bedroom.
Fucking A. It's like, this is just never not going to be hideous.
Oh boy.
You got to accept things about yourself.
Well, you won the toe horror.
And then it's like my inner hillbilly who told me don't go to the fucking doctor.
We go.
They tested it. It was completely benign. So it's like all that for nothing, you know? Like,
no, not all that for nothing. All that for the peace of mind of knowing you ain't got toe cancer.
Yeah. You know, my grandpa thought when he saw a line in his toenail, huh? He went on with this. Like, he didn't give it a moment's thought. Were his toes removed from toe cancer? Yes.
That's what I was waiting on. Yeah.
2 cases of toe cancer. That is, and I guess my doctor told me that is one of the most like common forms of skin cancer.
In your toe.
Yep. Huh. You get I think that can happen under all your nails. So if we can save a life out there for our listeners, if you get a horizontal line in any of your nails,
nope, like a vertical
line that's discolored, like that means you have a mole that's formed underneath the bedding of your nail. So get that checked out. Tell them America's Barley Basket sent you.
That's a good public service. What a good note to go out on. Yeah. Look at us doing a good deed.
You know what? This isn't just about us and our ego.
It ain't just about goofs.
Yeah.
I'm going to stare at my toenails so hard later. Probably while you're in the shower.
I would struggle to see mine. My eyes are shot.
Is it your eyes that makes it so you can't see your toes?
Oh, they're above the gut. I mean, I couldn't tell you what my ankles look like.
Oh, boy. Not good is what I'm here to tell you.
I got beautiful feet. That'd be awesome if I took pride in them.
Yeah.
Always wearing low-cut shoes with no socks.
Look at my tootsies.
Hello, sailors.
All right, we're going to go tell jokes. We are in Bismarck, North Dakota tonight.
Woohoo, big city.
Big city nights. Hot time in the city. And stay tuned for U.S. Acres podcast and Mean Jeopardy. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.